All right, what's up everyone? Danny and Alex. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to properly incorporate some power into your punches. Okay, so when we talk about how can we increase power, that means hitting harder, in other words, right? So let me be very direct. There's only one secret: the placement of your feet. All right, let me explain. This video is going to be pretty quick. Having a proper stance is always the most important thing. That's your foundation. I know I sound like a broken record, but it is the truth. That is what makes knockouts. Watch any good knockouts in boxing or mixed martial arts, and you always see when people land, they don't have one foot up in the air as they land the punch. Their feet are always grounded underneath them. And the more you can have your waist and your feet underneath your upper body, the more rotation you can incorporate, which hence translates to that power. That's how you hit hard, okay? The most common mistake when people try to hit hard is they try to go faster. By thinking in their mind they're going to hit faster, they make themselves believe that they're going to hit harder, which is completely wrong, guys, okay? So what happens now is you increase the speed, but you don't have a foundation underneath to drive that speed or that technique, which hence has no more power. Now, I always recommend to students is if you want to hit harder, this video is not to teach you how to hit, but how to hit harder. Always focus on having proper placement, proper balance of your feet, no matter which stance you have. Now, let's talk about stance very quickly. You'll see fighters sometimes fighting to the side like this. Okay, there's nothing wrong with fighting like this. If you're very good bouncing like this and you can get in, some fighters can do that very well. But the problem with this is if someone throws a kick, like in the camera right now, if you guys throw a low kick to my leg right here, it's going to be very slow for me to check that kick in MMA or even in Muay Thai. So instead of having a balance here, okay, now I'm good from left to right, but if someone shoves me here and here, I have no balance. I'll open up that foot if I'm facing my opponent right to here now. By having my knee pointed right in front of where I'm going to be attacking as well as defending, now I have proper balance and proper offense and defense. Okay? Someone throws a low kick to me, very easy to pick up here, versus here was hard. Here, very easy. When you kick me, you're going to slam your leg onto the upper part of my shin bone, and we've seen what happens when that happens, right? So I don't want to give you my hamstring or the back of my knee or the back of my calf for you to have a nice padding when you kick me. I want you to hit a post, right? And the post is right here, okay? It's not on the back of my leg. Now, when I'm here, I always want to make sure I have a good balance from left to right, but I don't want to be too narrow. What happens now is when I try to strike, people try to go too fast, like I mentioned, but they also try to lean in. They lean in. And when they do so from the side, watch my back foot. Back foot comes off the ground, which is wrong, all right? If I try to shove Alex, just from the side here, Alex, just like this, okay? And I lift my back foot, it's hard for me to push him away. Even using my back hand, which is the strong side, it's hard for me to push him away. If I want to push somebody, this is not how I push them. If I want to push somebody, I push with the back foot. Now if I use this back leg and I push him, now he moves away, okay? So when you push someone, it's almost like in shot put, right? You don't throw like this. You throw using the force of pushing on your back leg. So that's where the power comes from, the back leg, okay? Like I said in the previous video, the back leg serves as the motor, all right? Now, when I understand this, every time I'm positioning myself for a punch, I always focus on feeling the ground underneath my feet, okay? So when I teach Alex how to generate power, he's 80 pounds, he's 13 years old. There's a lot of power, there's a lot of slamming into those punches when I hold the pads for him because I've taught him from a very young age to always ensure proper footwork, proper positioning of his feet, and having good balance at all times, okay? Now the basics of having this is to practice your punches with good placement of your feet, and then that power is just going to naturally flow right into it, okay? So if I have my feet here, Once again, let's say using the 1-2, I'm not going to throw it like this, all right? And I'm not just going to walk one foot. I'm going to bring my feet together, but I'm going to push off the back leg. So if I'm throwing a punch, I don't go like this. So from the side here, I push the back leg, boom, push it in, boom, push it in, bam, bam, bam. I always push my punches in. That's super important, guys. Always drive your punches. So see from the side here, if I'm shoving, I'm using my back foot. I push it in, I push it in, bam, bam, bam. Always drive with that back foot. If I lift it off the ground, I'm starting to degenerate the power. So as a target practice, this is what I want. I'm away from the range, his hands, and if I lean forward, my back foot slightly comes off the ground. Now, when I drive with this foot, now I'm pushing my punch towards the target. Same thing with the right hand. I'm pushing it in. 1-2, pushing it in. I drive my body weight in the punches. Once you understand the concept, once again, of pushing, planting your feet correctly, now you start slow, incorporating the punches, pushing with your back foot, and then add a little bit more combinations, and then add a little bit more speed. Always in shadow boxing. I did a video a little while back, check it out on my channel, it's called The Double Jab. And I was explaining on how to do proper techniques when you practice. Number 1, singular techniques. Number 2, in movement. Number 3, putting it together. And number 4, which should be the last piece, adding the speed. All right, once you understand how to put all these blocks together, now the next time you're gonna start to hit the pads, hit the heavy bag, and in full intent, hit someone, which is gonna be your opponent. They're gonna feel your power. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time.
See you guys in the next video.
Take care.